Coming up,
Hellstern Middle School students are getting hands-on and outside to build food gardens at their school. Plus, students are painting still life donuts in art class. We'll tell you where and why. And one of the members of our team made a short film tackling the topic of a mental illness that isn't discussed often. All that and more in this episode of Springdale Today.
Hi, my name is Pete the Cat, and you are watching Springdale Today!
Hello everyone, I'm Chelsea Hidalgo.
And I'm Trenton Wheeler.
Today is Monday, October 10th, 2016. Thank you for joining us for the third episode of Springdale Today.
The annual Hispanic Women's Organization of Arkansas Conference took place on September 30th at the Jones Center. The organization was established in 1999, so this will be the 17th year of its existence. Let's take a look.
I support the Hispanic Women's Organization because they're empowering women, they're empowering individuals to be involved and engaged in their community. It's really important, especially during this upcoming election, that people get involved, that people come out, and that people join organizations like the Hispanic Women's Organization.
A lot of good presenters here today, and there was a theme, and the theme was about community and about engaging in your community and being a part of your community.
Community starts with me. Good job, everybody.
Las personalidades que llegan también son muy importantes porque nos dejan un mensaje de mucha importancia y de alientos para seguir adelante.
The Hispanic Women's Organization of Arkansas. They do such a great job of breaking down barriers in our community, providing education, providing seminars, providing resources, but also ask those critical questions about how can we help, how can we do better to further along the mission.
They have been around since 1999, and one of their signature programs is awarding scholarships to local students so that they can go to college. About more than 360 scholarships have been awarded in the last 16 years.
Originally starting with women and now including all, this organization strives to give Hispanics scholarships.
Students throughout the district have teamed up with Food Corps workers to start food gardens. The home of one of these food gardens is at Hellstern Middle School. Let's take a look.
Springdale school students are getting their hands dirty learning about gardening. According to Anna Fisher, a Food Corps teacher, Food Corps is a nonprofit organization working to connect kids to healthy foods. Food Corps is working across the nation to provide nutrition education as well as teaching kids where their food comes from. Springdale has 4 gardens across the district that students manage on a daily basis.
Working in the garden has benefited me in learning about plants and about nutrition and being healthy.
Part of Food Corps' mission is to provide a long-term nutritional education and habit of eating healthy foods and understanding their food comes from the ground.
Working in the garden has helped me learn where my food comes from and really helped me see that there are a lot of good foods out here and that fruits and vegetables aren't just like stuff that you feed your dog under the table.
For Springdale Today, I'm Max Roeder.
The vision of the Food Corps is to create a future in which all the nation's children, regardless of class, race, or geography, know what healthy food is, care where it comes from, and eat it every day.
Julie Lean, a 4th grade teacher at Parson Hills, is utilizing alternative seating techniques this year to boost student learning. Esther Valdez files this report.
Robin is a student in Julie Lean's 4th grade class and believes that alternative seating is a safe, beneficial way of learning.
I like it that it's not just the regular old chair. It's like different seating options, like bears and pillows and whatever balls, because they're like more soft and comfortable than normal chairs. These help me because when I get on these safe and snuggly things, it's just so soft that I don't feel like being on a chair for 8 hours. I feel like being in my comfy chair for 8 hours.
According to Julie Lean, 90% of her students are below the federal poverty line and 85% are ESL learners. Students have been struggling with the traditional classroom environment to realize their true potential. Julie Lean believes that the traditional way of teaching needs a change. After 23 years of teaching, she has discovered the alternative seating is a new way of learning and teaching.
Students are having trouble succeeding across the board in just the traditional environment. We're finding that as we keep moving forward in the 21st century, our kids need different skills. Our kids need to be informed differently, to be educated differently. But our physical environment hasn't changed.
Alternative seating has increased focus, engagement, and productivity for all the learners, and it has provided a relaxed and comfortable learning environment where students can be their best self every day.
But I believe it benefits them. They do appear more engaged. They appear happier. The students that come in to our classroom from other classrooms during our focused intervention groups or ELD or guided reading certainly seem excited to come in and participate in this model. I think it benefits the students the most, and certainly I'm enjoying watching them adjust to it and trying out new places. And as I bring new things in, that's certainly really exciting to see them get excited about it and try it.
Students believe that alternative seating is helping increase their results. And for student Kenya, feels like alternative seating is helping her focus on lessons in her class.
It helps me by working and not like playing around with other and looking at other students that are doing on the seating.
For Springdale Today, I'm Meshes Valdez.
Research proves that the students' grades have improved. They seem happier and more engaged, and are even participating more and having more invigorating conversations due to alternative seating.
Don't go anywhere. Right after the break, we'll take a look at some art by Walker Elementary.
Springdale has that unique population and opportunity for all students to succeed.
With the different clubs, you know, all the different programs, they just have so many choices that are going to help them in the future.
Springdale Schools is the choice for your student to follow their dreams and reach new heights. With the best facilities and some of the best teachers in the state of Arkansas, Springdale Schools is obviously the choice for you.
The Springdale school system is a choice for your students to reach their full potential.
The choice for veterinarians. The choice for scholars.
The choice for athletes.
The choice for being a teacher.
The choice for a business leader.
The choice for you to follow your passions even when everybody else sees them as foolish.
Springdale Schools isn't just the choice for your students today, it's the choice for the future. Springdale Today is introducing a segment where students throughout the district teach us how to handmake crafts, food, and give quick tips. Art students at Walker Elementary are painting still life donuts to practice techniques they recently learned in class.
Today we're at Walker Elementary School outside of Mrs. Harden's art classroom. Today students are drawing still life donuts using techniques that they recently learned.
Say donuts! Donuts! And what's it called when an artist paints something that's sitting in front of them?
A still life.
That's right. Here's how I painted my donuts. First, I painted the frosting. And we have donuts that have pink, white, and brown frosting, but in our paint plates, we don't have dark brown frosting. So I chose to put blue frosting on that dark brown donut. We have 3 donuts on our plate, that's why I painted 3 donuts. And I painted the frosting first. I used a big brush for the frosting. And the reason I painted my frosting first is because I need it to dry, so that at the end I can put the sprinkles on my donut. If I try and put the sprinkles on top of my wet frosting, what's going to happen? Tell me. It's going to mix and make an ugly mess that we don't really want.
this your guys' first time drawing donuts?
Yes.
Oh.
Kind
of. Still life is the genre of painting or drawing an arrangement of objects, usually fruit and flowers, along with things like glassware, which contrast in texture. Students in Mrs. Harden's art classroom have been learning concepts like depth and texture in art with recent activities. For Springdale District Television, I'm Chelsea Hidalgo.
Depth, shading, order. I still draw stick figures.
Not only does Springdale Today work to make news packages, we also work with other organizations in our community. Our team partnered with the ESL department to bring you this video.
Hola, soy Lina. Queremos invitarlos a todas las familias de las escuelas de Springdale para que nos acompañen en el programa de literatura de inglés.
Ayudar a mi hija a ser una mejor estudiante.
El programa de literatura me ha ayudado a aprender inglés.
Hacer nuevos amigos.
Tener más confianza en mí misma.
Crecer en respeto para mi mamá.
No pierdas esta oportunidad de ser parte del programa de literatura en inglés.
This promotion was shot in multiple languages in order to reach more members in the community. The Springdale Family Literacy Program is currently in elementary schools such as Harps, Jones, and Lee.
Let's check in with Amanda while she tells us about news around the district.
I'm Amanda Thad-Nackham, and this is News Around the District. Johnny Appleseed made his annual stop at Harp Elementary as he tours the country. He told a story and engaged fourth graders in games involving apples. State Legislator Lance Eads joined school board members and administrators for lunch at Sonora Elementary School. September was Bring Your Legislator to School Month. GT students at George Elementary were spending a beautiful day outside creating a compost bin and sitting by the pretty trees that were planted 3 years ago, thanks to the money raised by GT students. Books served as appetizers, entrees, and desserts at Sonora Elementary's Book Cafe, where reading is delicious. For more news around the district, like and follow Springdale Schools on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Thank you for that, Amanda. Looks like Springdale School District is always busy.
Over at Springdale High School, Bulldog TV is using their program to encourage students to register to vote in this year's election. Let's check it out.
18 is a significant age. You turn the corner from being a teenager to becoming a young adult. A young adult with privileges. One of those privileges is the ability to vote. Students from Springdale High School feel that voting is such an important privilege.
Here we have SHS student Ellie Soto telling us why she thinks it's important to register to vote. Ellie, tell us why you think it's important.
I think it's important because as students, our voices don't really get broadcasted as much as we think it should, and with voting, your voice will be heard by someone and it will count.
I think it's important because a lot of the people really depend on, who's going to take over the country and who's going to, do good things in America. So choose the great president.
I think it's important because in such a diverse city like Springdale, and at the high school with so many different ethnic groups, a lot of them don't think that their vote matters because they are a different ethnic. This is just another perfect example as to how we are all equal and that we are all a whole unit and that everybody's vote and opinion matters.
Registration drives have been pushed this year for elections. They have gone door to door, have set up booths and community events, even at Springdale High School.
Today we're actually here at Frisco Fest. We're trying to register people to vote. That's part of our civic integration. We think it's really important to engage in this year's elections, not just this year's, but in future as well. I feel like as an organization that empowers immigrants, we need to remind people that not a lot of people are able to go out and vote. So that's why we keep encouraging people to come out and register and engage with their local offices as well. Go visit your representatives and let them know what things you would like to change in your community.
As one of the guidelines to register to vote, you must be 18 years or older before November 8th. You have to be a U.S. citizen and must not be serving a sentence for a felony.
Remember, Bulldogs, sign up before November 8th. From Bulldog TV, I am Jesus.
If you're 18 or will be before the day of voting, make sure you register to vote this year.
Now let's take a look at what's been happening at HAR-BER High School. Their news team looked into the life of Isaac Baker, a senior at HAR-BER High School. Let's find out what they learned.
When you walk through the halls of HAR-BER High School, you walk past countless students with special abilities and unique characteristics. One of those students is senior Isaac Baker, who's a musician by day and a businessman by night.
Isaac Baker in himself is a character. I haven't met anybody that does music like Isaac Baker. Like, just it comes naturally. Like, I could do music the way he just hears something and like plays it on a guitar, piano. Be like, man, I get all the ladies like that. It's everything that he does is so awesome.
I'd say what makes me unique is what I do inside and outside of school. In school, I'm in 3 different singing groups. I'm in Lighthouse, Camerata, and Bel Canto, and I really enjoy singing with all of them. Outside of school, I work at a roller rink. I am a DJ at a roller rink, and that's fun whenever it's not flooded with middle schoolers. And then I'm also in a band, and our band is called And Friends.
And Friends is a band of quality human beings. Jonah Thornton, John Rhodes, and Isaac Baker, they're all so different. Like, they're just so but they complement each other so well. Like, you would, kind of like sea salt ice cream. You have 2 different, dynamics here. You have the sweet and it's the salty, but they just work. And in doing that, they create beautiful music that everybody you just feel good listening to it.
Isaac keeps himself busy inside of school with choir and AP classes, and then outside of school he has his band. But he has another project in the works.
Also, I think another thing that makes me unique is that by the end of this year, I will own 2 businesses. One of them is a recording studio in Fayetteville, and it's kind of targeted towards the smaller artists that can't really afford super, expensive studio time and stuff like that, because there's only 5 or 6 other studios in Northwest Arkansas.
Isaac impacts not only his fellow students, but also those teachers who have gotten to know him over the past few years.
What can I tell you about Isaac Baker? Let's see, human drum machine, talented musician, a responsible young man who's invested in a lot into music. He writes music. He's just a really talented, bright young man. I have known Isaac, I guess, really since he came here to HAR-BER his sophomore year. I saw him and kind of met him at junior high in some choir performances, but it wasn't really until he came here that I really began to know who he was. He's done nothing but mature and get stronger in his trade, and yeah, I think he's grown, definitely.
Day or night, it's obvious the impact Isaac Baker is making on not only the community but the state is highly anticipated for the future. Don't forget to go see Isaac for all of your audio needs. For HWWN, I'm Andy McAllen.
What an inspiring student. We're going to take a short break here, but we will be right back for the YouTube event schedule for this week. Stay tuned.
Springdale is has that unique population and opportunity for all students to succeed.
The opportunity for all of the kids here with the different clubs, all the different programs. They just have so many choices that are going to help them in the future.
Pretty good this year.
Yeah.
I just had the best idea.
What's that?
What if there was a website where you could go to watch any Springdale District athletic event?
We already have that.
Springdale Athletics is going live with a brand new webpage. One location for all Springdale sports featuring updated rosters, previous scores, and team schedules, allowing you to watch football and basketball live. Go to www.springdaleathletics.org and be a part of the tradition of excellence.
At Springdale Public Schools, we're given every opportunity to succeed because we are #the choice for
education,
athletics,
music,
Welcome back. The Springdale Schools YouTube channel is a happening place. Did you know you can watch live sports, fine arts, and much more? Here's the lineup for what is live on the Springdale Schools YouTube this week. sure to mark your calendars and support these events.
One of our staff members, Anna Ramirez, produced a short film following a young girl with a mental illness. Anna brings attention to schizophrenia and shows an insider's perspective on the issue. Let's take a look. That's a tough issue to deal with, and it's not something we always want to talk about, but Anna is ready to shed light on the issue.
Hey Chelsea, did you see that shout out at the beginning of the show?
I sure did. I love seeing club students and the community getting involved.
Anyone from our school district can submit your own shout out. Email them to us at tjones@sl.org and we'll put you in the show.
We've been Trenton and Chelsea for Springdale District Television, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for watching.